Sonics. I don't know what I'm doing with that, but hey, whatever. So these are my new Sonics. Let's stop there. What's this right here? These are my Sonics. I just finished the last one, the Samurai Sonic. I'll let you guess which one that one is. But yeah, these were used the new Plector Lab Sonic Core, and so far I think I'm the only one that's actually put them into anything. They're a neat little board. They're like a centimeter by an inch, so they fit in pretty much anything that I could want to put it in, except for obviously anything smaller than this. But these are pretty small. This is actually like half inch right there, and then 3/4 inch outer diameter. So it fits in lots of stuff. Anyway, the set. So we got the Atomic Sonic right here, which is supposed to be some sort of atom punk with you know, retro 50s kind of stylings and stuff like that, and pretty much anything of that genre. I don't know what spawned this idea, but once I had it, I was like, hey, I'm totally gonna run with that. So I did, and ended up looking pretty good. This has a white LED in it that I pulled off of a mini mag light, and it's really bright, a hell of a lot brighter than my 5mm that I have, even the high brightness ones. It's comparable to, well, it's a Cree, so it's designed to run on lower voltages and stuff, like about 3 volts, which is what I used for all of these, just a single 10440 lithium ion 3.7 volts. But it's plenty enough, because these things are pretty dang loud. Yeah, as you can see, pretty loud. That one's the quietest, and it's still pretty dang loud. Anyway, but going back to Atomic Sonic, this is an LED optics module, like an interchangeable one from like an old flashlight that I had got from LDM, I believe. But it fit really well because of the whole, like, you know, old school radar parabolic thingy in the front. And once I decided that I was going to use acrylic and it's going to have this particular shape, it was just like, wow, so perfect. This is just an optics collimator for a star LED, but it's just bigger than the one we regularly use for lightsabers and stuff. And I have 3 of them. This one, or 3 emitters, and honestly it looks really cool like that, and I contemplated just leaving it like that, but then these fit so perfectly in there, I was just like, okay, I gotta do something with that. But can't really see, but you can see here that this one, it's cracked, and some of the acrylic here has got this crackle effect going, and then coupled with the cracks in the collimator, it looks really cool, even though you can't see it. Anyway, but I have this one. I have a ball, which this is just 1-inch acrylic ball that I drilled a hole through, and it just happened to fit. But this ended up looking really cool too. It kind of has that whole, like, you know, Koopa Kids wand thing going on. But I liked it, so I'm gonna keep it as like an interchangeable one. And then of course the uncracked version. Still can't see it because it's so dang bright, but if I wanted to use a not cracked one, I got that one for it. Some of the design cues, obviously the retro look with the red and silver and white. These were actually anodized gold I had left over from other projects and stuff. I think that one came from that Parks Axis that I'm still milking parts off of, milking, but anyway, still pulling parts off of that, so I just cut it up and made little switch plates off of it. Brass knob right there, that was the original blade retention screw for Brass Bastard. And I like this effect right here, just the circles in a line that gradually get smaller or bigger depending on which way, but it goes backwards on the other side. But I thought that was a neat little design feature. But yeah. Does Second one here, Tera Sonic. It's supposed to be like diesel punky and stuff. This one originally had a little thing right here so that it could extend, kind of like the 10th Doctor, but 9th Doctor. But yeah, so I had designed it so that there would be a little spot so that when it was in the extended configuration, if you want to call it, when it's extended, there would be like contact points that would meet. The auxiliary mode would be engaged so that like by extending it, it would go into the auxiliary mode, but they weren't lining up, and I had carved a little too much off of the because I basically just shaved down that, and it was going to be copper foil tape that made those contacts and whatnot, and I've done that trick before with lightsabers and stuff, so I know it works. It's just a matter of being able to work it with this particular project, but it didn't work, so all it is just there. The idea was that the little shroud here was pretty much just tall enough so that it would clear the little ball emitter thing here, which by the way is also acrylic, but it uses a 0.5 millimeter. But it was supposed to be so that like when you hold it like this, you wouldn't be able to see it, and it would clear, so that when you extended it, then the whole thing would clear, and that would go into the auxiliary mode. But it didn't work, so all these are just, I left them as the Screwheads, so rivety kind of feel for it. But it was originally a 1/2 inch cabochon, and I had this little 3/8 inch acrylic ball from something, and it was really easy. All I did was just sink the soldering iron down into the cabochon, and then it bubbled up a little. I don't know if you can actually see that, but it bubbled up a little rim right there, and then I just took some glue, like CA glue, plopped that down, and then filled the whole thing with CA glue so that it pretty much sealed up a lot of the channels that had been made from the soldering iron, and it mimics the Matt Smith one a little bit. But then I realized that the whole reason why it's shaped like this is because the claws clamp down on it, and I was like, well, that's kind of arbitrary to have that there, because I really wanted to put something there, and I had fashioned a little copper collar to go on there, but that didn't look good either, and trying to figure out some sort of design element that would give purpose to why this is shaped like this, and I couldn't come up with anything, so this remains like it is now. So the body here is Popular. My friend Buddy turned it on his lathe for me. Thank you, Buddy. So when I put it down, basically just gave it a nice stain, and then did the standard acrylic wash with brown and black so that it looked all dirty and stuff. This again came from like Parks and stuff. It's anodized copper, but I don't know if you can see all the lines and stuff that I used to measure. So I would score a line and then score a line so that I knew how to keep all this stuff in line. But when I was done, I was just like, it actually looks cool to have those little grid lines on it, so I left it, but kind of filled them in black, so it's subtle, but you can still sort of see where it is, but gives it a little bit more character, I think. You may not think, but that's okay. The last one. Yeah, I just finished this one. It's weird. Originally I had, since we got the kind of punkies, I thought maybe we'd do a punk with this one, and I was like, I don't know. I just started ideating, which is the process of making ideas, I think. I don't know. But just putting stuff together. This is 1 inch by 1/2 inch aluminum tube with 1/4 inch by 3/4 inch opening on the inside. So like this is just acrylic that fit perfectly in there. But shape, what was I going for? I don't know. I just putting stuff together, making stuff look cool. Bloody blah. Yeah. So it can be the forward configuration like this, or the like that, or then it can be the upright, kind of like the older doctors and stuff, how they have the upright and whatnot. So That's 5mm. The Sonic core is positioned in here so that when it's upright and you go into the auxiliary mode, it'll hit the auxiliary mode, auxiliary hum as well also. Otherwise, it's the pulsating one. Additionally, there's the selector right here for the RGB factor. So there's blue, green, red, and then the white one is the forward-looking one, or for the upright configuration. Otherwise, green, blue, red, but so I hazed that out, the front and the top and stuff, but I tried to keep that as clear as possible, and ended up looking pretty cool because you don't actually see the color too well until you get the sides and stuff, which is overexposing now, but otherwise I thought it looked cool. Particularly the red, you can sort of see the inside, looks pretty neat. But yeah, I don't know what I was going for this one. I thought, like, you know, hey, Samurai Sonic, and it can be like 18th or 19th century Meiji, but then of course, you know, Meiji is the end of the samurai era, so hey, take it with what you will. This is a cover so that I could actually fit all the electronics and stuff in here. I honed out the channel so that the 10440 will fit in there. That is a koi fish, nishiki koi, and that's what that says, is nishiki koi, which is the translation I saw was fish living near people wearing gold clothes, and I thought that was adorable, so I went with writing that on there, just all crappy, using the same engraver that I used to do this in, which honestly I'm actually kind of happy with how that turned out. But yeah, so if the samurai and the whole quasi steampunk and the fish motifs aren't enough to beat you over the face with, at least it looks cool in the diversity of these other Sonics and stuff. But yeah, hope you like it. See you later.